This is not a video that I wanted to make for quite a few more years. But here we are. This is me, first time showing my face on this account. And I've been putting this off for a few days. Making this because I just needed some time, but if you can't already tell, there is only one guinea pig in my cage. On Sunday, Casper passed away. Basically, he's been completely fine. He is the most energetic pig. He always happy, always popcorning. Nothing was wrong. He was fine. On Saturday he was fine, and then on Sunday morning, normal morning, I got up and I made their veggies for breakfast, and I came downstairs and I opened up the cage, and I just felt something was off, like right away. I don't know, I just had a feeling that something was wrong with him. And so I started, when I, things like this stress me out, I cry. Oh my god, what is he doing? Just because I care so much about them that it was stressing me out, because, like, is there something wrong with him? Like, is he dying? Like, what's wrong? And I hate knowing he was in pain. So basically, I knew because his breathing was super, super weird. Like, you could really see it from looking at him. Like, his whole body was, like, moving, and it was, like, just so odd. And he almost looked skinnier. His body looked weird to me. He was not moving as much as he usually does. He, like, when I open the cage, it runs out usually. It took him a bit to come down. He climbed on my lap and he ate breakfast. His appetite was not different, so I thought that was a good sign. And he ate it all, and then I got my dad to come in here because I was like, I think something's wrong with Casper. My dad was like, well, his breathing looks a little funny, and then my mom said the same, and they were like, maybe you should bring him to a vet just to make sure. And everybody was telling me, like, and I was telling myself too, that the worst case, as I'm probably just gonna be coming home with antibiotics for him and critical care or something, like just something like that, fixable, treatable, something. So I was just freaking out because I just didn't want something to be wrong with him, and I was so flipping crazy because I hate knowing that he was in pain and that there was nothing I could do in that moment. And then it was Sunday, so all the vets were closed. So I drove, well, first we called someplace that's an hour away in a different town. It's the emergency vet clinic, and we called them, and they said they don't usually take in guinea pigs and small pets like that, but they'll do it for us. So I, like, threw on clothes, like, literally didn't get ready at all. I just threw on my clothes. I, like, grabbed Casper and put him in his carrying kit, and when I picked him up, it was horrible, because I usually try not to pick them up because when I come in there with my hands, it scares them, and he was just laying down, and he, like, didn't care, and he, like, was limp almost while I was lifting him, and it was just so weird. And that's when I really knew. I was like, oh my god, there's something wrong. So we drove an hour, and the car ride, he basically slept and just kept walking around.
Where do we go? Where do we go from here?
We got to the vet, and the vet took him. And then, since it's COVID-19, you can't go in. You have to wait in your car. So I was just sitting in my car for like an hour, and they phoned us, and he basically told me that they think Casper has a heart disease, but they won't know for sure unless they take an x-ray. Sorry, my dog is barking. So he asked me if I would like to have this x-ray done, and I said, of course, yes, please. And he took the x-ray, and then like another hour I think went by, and he called me and told me that basically Casper has a fatal heart disease, and he's had it since he was born. He informed me that there was nothing I could have done because guinea pigs do not show these symptoms until it's too late. They basically just like deal with it until it becomes too much, and that's basically why he never showed symptoms before until that day. And he said there's a surgery he could do, but he doesn't recommend it because on such a small body and such a big surgery, either the surgery just would be too hard for him to do, or Casper would die from the stress. Because that happens a lot with guinea pigs. The stress of a sickness or surgery or something can just kill them, just like out of nowhere. So he basically told me that he thinks that I should put him down. And at this point, my mom was on the phone because I was screaming, crying, like, and there were people in cars next to us, and I had to like roll the windows up so they couldn't hear me. I was wailing, like I couldn't breathe. I ended up puking on the car ride home from crying so much and being sick to my stomach of like just. So they told me that they were gonna put him down. But first they basically brought me him in the car and they let me say him goodbye, and the vet told me I only had like a minute or so because he needed to, like he was leaving the earth at that moment. And when I held him, I felt bad. I just wanted to bring him back because I actually felt bad because you could hear it in his voice. He couldn't breathe. He was wheezing. It was like that's what it sounded like. And he wasn't like that throughout the whole day, so it just hit its worst, which I'm so glad I brought him there and didn't just like put it off. And then I brought him back and they put him down, and then they called me afterwards and asked if they would like ashes or to bring him home, and I decided I wanted to bring him home to bury him in my backyard. And then they gave him back to me and we drove home. And when I got home, basically I opened the carrying kit and I saw him, and he looked very peaceful, I'll say. He was very peaceful. And my dad took it really hard because my dad is like me, he's very emotional, and he likes my guinea pigs a lot. And Casper was, I don't know how to say this, he was like the one who would run up to you and want to cuddle, and he was funny. He'd do really weird things. Kirby's really shy, so he doesn't really like to come out much and interact as much as Casper does. So my dad made him a box, and I had 4 of my friends come over to attend the funeral, and we buried him in the backyard and put some hay in his little box because he really liked hay. It's just really hard because, I mean, his birthday was the next day. He didn't even make it to his 1-year birthday. So he was still 11 months old. He was just a baby. And that's just the thing with guinea pigs. I knew this when I bought them, that guinea pigs really easily get sick. Really easily. They just like Casper, sometimes just drop dead out of nowhere and you don't know why. And they just become sick one day and you don't know why, and it's not your fault, usually. This was not my fault. Casper was born with this, and he fought for a really long time. But he was just so young, and I felt like I had so many more years ahead, and I didn't even get to prepare myself for it because I thought when I was bringing him to this vet, he was gonna come home with me. I did not think about him dying at all. I really didn't. But it's best because now he's not in pain. He is all going over the rainbow bridge. He's in heaven and he is peaceful. But if you're getting a guinea pig, please know that they do get sick and it's not always your fault. And it's unexpected. It is just so crazy. So now it is just me and Kirby. And today it is Thursday, so it's just been a few days, but today I finally went out and looked for a new guinea pig because I don't want Kirby to be alone because they are herd animals. He's doing okay so far, but I'm just scared he's gonna get depression or something. I don't want him to be alone, and I don't like having one either. It kind of makes me sad too, but he's okay. He's good, and it's really not something I was planning on doing for years, having to go out and look for a new guinea pig or make a ton of videos saying that he's passed away. So yeah. I haven't been sure what to do with my Instagram because it's called Casper and Kirby, and so is this YouTube channel, and the whole account is revolved around them, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird that he's actually gone, and it sucks, but that's life. This is life. This happens with any animal. None of them live forever. You have to know that when you're buying an animal, you're gonna have to probably be there when they leave, because it's usually unlikely that you will die before your animal does, unless you're really old. But, and it sucks. It sucks a lot, but I'm dealing with it. I'm really heartbroken still. I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready at all. Kirby's just snacking back here. So yeah, that is this video. The next one is probably going to be me getting another guinea pig, which is gonna be sad, but also it's gonna be a very happy moment because I will take very good care of them and they will be living with me, which is awesome because Kirby will be a great brother. So thank you for watching.